attacker right there. They get the Bruno and the Mathilda, which honestly gives me the question of their main engage will be Kirk with a Flicker Dark Wave.
Yeah, we did see earlier a Mathilda and a Bruno paired up together, doing very well. So if that's going to be the case, then I don't mind. We already saw it in action earlier. Carl, this makes it even tougher for him if he decides to go for something like a Fredrin, because they're going to be putting all their eggs under the 𝗏𝗏𝗏 basket. Oh, such a tough choice.
Yeah.
If they go for tanky fighter, it's going to be tough for the Fredrin to fight.
Decent still.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering maybe something unique could come out, but
Mechanics, man. This is going to be a mechanics game.
It's still going to be mechanics.
Yeah.
If you're 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, you wouldn't want to lose a mechanics game against King Kong. He takes the Lancelot, I take the 𝗧𝗘𝗔𝗠. But what I'm excited about right now would be the gold lane matchup once again. Philippines in this golden rivalry.
Welcome, Mobile Legends.
Saw each other in week 1. Onyx Philippines swept Team Liquid Philippines. But after that game 2 win from Onyx, might just see something different here in game 3.
Look at the Mathilda, look at the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, how they rotate. It's going to be up to Team Liquid Philippines to match that. If they're not going to match it, they're going to have to go for counter jumping and disruption elsewhere. Oh, okay. King Kong with
actually went in for the retribution there.
He had to use it. There was a risk that maybe JP could have stolen it away.
Yep. So 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 definitely will be taking this. Just use his retribution now. Surprisingly, Super Prince and 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 are able to really deal with it. I mean, this is what you wouldn't expect from a Mathilda 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, no less from a Mathilda 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 in the mid.
Ouch.
But
have taken a lot in lane. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is just dictating the tempo here in the gold lane trading. Regen already popped off there by 𝗏𝗏𝗏.
And this is something I didn't expect. I would expect that the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 would win a lot of the early game, especially if he lands those synchro visions. But it seems that 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏's mastery on this Bruno and the choice of emblem as well allows him to sustain and outposition 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 in the lane right now. Let's wait for those team fights later on. It seems that we are setting up for the next big objective in this Broken Walls once again. We have seen back-to-back Broken Walls games here for TLPH and Onyx. And it seems that Sanji still looking for that level 4, same as Super Prince.
Yeah. Again, no level 4s coming in just yet. As even for the EXP, or especially for the EXP later. So I feel like there could have been a fight earlier on. Now we most likely will be seeing one take place, especially as the turtle is already up.
Look at the level gap between JP and 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. JP is lagging behind in terms of the EXP.
Yeah, he's not yet level 4 just yet. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 goes in, but gets down to half HP. Better like already committed, but King Kong still gets the objective, but at the expense of Kirk. And that kill will go into the hands of 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 to somehow join the fight here in the mid lane.
Wow.
But they'll stop here.
First blood for TLPH and the turtle for Onyx. Who wins that trade?
Yeah, pretty even there, honestly. With how Team Liquid Philippines were still able to walk away with the kill, punishing the deep dive that Kirk needed to do there to make sure that they had the space. It depends if we can see a bigger win elsewhere for Team Liquid Philippines, considering that we get the kill to get more kills. But at this point, that time has passed, the window has closed, and now let's look at the item. The disruption by 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏.
Oh wait, he's denying that easy take on the orange buff from King Kong. Also forced out the retribution. But yeah, King Kong's able to get away safe.
Yeah, the regen as well.
Yeah, really good steal there. Now you're slowing down the farm of the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Of course, since the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 was the one who was able to get the first kill, that was a good counter jungle rotation by King Kong. At that point, you're looking to see what resource you can take from the opposing jungler. They understood that the timing was off for 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 to get his orange buff. King Kong decided to steal it instead.
And now we are entering the 3-minute mark where 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 seems to be the next target here for Onyx Philippines. Big upcoming rotation, but it seems that TLPH are well aware that they are about to go in that vicinity. Nice block from Sanji and the gang. And it seems that the gold lane duel will continue as a 1v1 unless 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 has different ideas. And look at 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏.
Yeah, there's the 1v1. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 already used as well. And there's a separate service happening in the mid lane too, right before the next objective spawns. But Oheb's pretty low.
Yeah.
We'll have to be careful with this.
He took in like 3 extra hits from that worldie after 𝗟𝗚𝗏 threw it next to the minions. And now with that river speed up, everybody's been converging on that next turtle. The first turtle was handed over to the Onyx Philippine squad, but 𝗟𝗚𝗏 able to get that first blood. I wonder how this turtle fight would come in next.
Yeah, it's going to be a full 5v5. It looks like both teams are setting their gold laners unless 𝗟𝗚𝗏 decides to go back down. He does. It's going to be Oheb who joins the rest of Team Liquid 5v4. But that forces 𝗟𝗚𝗏 to go back to the turtle.
There's still King Kong. There's still a potential steal from King Kong.
Oh!
And there you have it. A phantom execution into the steal. Oh, 𝗟𝗏𝗏 gets to immune the AOG. And they're still trying to fight back. JP in the middle of everything. Sanji flickering in just to look for a target. But 𝗟𝗚𝗏, he picks up the kill on JP. Kirk might still go for this. 𝗏𝗚𝗓𝗓 has to be careful. Gets stunned. And there goes Kirk for the chase. 𝗏𝗏𝗓𝗓, he doesn't get away.
And the fight continues here. 𝗟𝗏𝗏 takes a bit of damage coming in from Kirk. Wave Spider used, but he's not going to flicker in. But looks like another orange buff will be stolen away here by King Kong. Thorn rolls out, baby. And he's able to take that buff.
Yeah, the final hit of the Raging Slash actually just brought the orange buff really low. Quick enough for King Kong to use the Thorn Rose. 𝗟𝗚𝗏 is taking control of this fight, but you have to shout out Super Friends, the Monster Mage.
Oh, Sanford's
The Beast for a reason.
just try to avoid the Thorn Rose, but not even standing right in front of King Kong will do you any good because his basic attacks deal so much damage already. And this is going to be a turret that will go into the hands of 𝗟𝗚𝗏.
King Kong on fire here. The Beast finds one once again. Now a 2.3k gold lead starting to build up for Onyx Philippines as they go for the invade. And it seems that Super Friends will be the one taking the purple buff as 𝗏𝗏𝗓𝗓 tries to steal away the Onyx side purple buff. Is able to take it and stay alive in doing so.
Yeah. So far, they have to be a bit more patient, I'd say, for Team Liquid Philippines. But it's not like they're the ones starting things off, too.
Yeah.
It's just that Onyx Philippines, they're not letting them rest at all. Fully knowing that right now is the time that they should really be playing this aggressively. And just as I mentioned it, 𝗏𝗏𝗓𝗓 nearly fell to the Better Dare strike. They're just not letting up.
Yep, they're looking for Kirk here. It's a 3v3 down the river, but Kirk is low on HP. Able to go out with a guiding wind. It seems that Sanji will just be giving out that suspicion as the last turtle of the game spawns, but I feel like they're not going to fight for it anymore. None of them touches, and that's the worldie. Burnt as well, but the Crimson Beacon will be used for the side of 𝗟𝗏𝗓𝗓 as a turtle started here by Onyx.
Yeah, luckily Sanji got to requisition there. Another Better Dare strike from Super Friends. It's just causing so much problems for Team Liquid.
Yeah, every time Liquid rotates to the center, Prince is just there to shut it down on 𝗏𝗏𝗓𝗓 3v1. How can you do this?
And the Circuit Angel Mountain Shocker only landing on Super Friends, and he won't even get to take a single kill out of that.
Caught between 3 Sonics, and the gold couldn't do anything. And the gold lead balloons up to 3.6k, and the buffs feel like will be stolen, considering that 10 seconds is a long time for Carl.
All right, the lead between the Bruno and the Harris, 1,500 and plus. Gee, that isn't just because Onyx have been dominating the map. Oh, wait, that's, no, not like that. What a play.
No, the Dark Wave, the flicker. It did happen right under the turret. All onto Oheb. No one from Team Liquid Philippines was able to react.
That was just so off-tempo coming in from Kirk. You wouldn't really expect him to spend this flicker just for 1 kill. But then again, you pin it as just 1 kill. No, it's a kill on Oheb, who's already down by 1.5k.
This is looking like a very tough situation. Another Better Dare strike. And the Infernal Pursuits from Kirk, but he might get punished here. But there you have it. 𝗟𝗏𝗓𝗓 finally get to pick up a trade.
Yeah, that looked like a miscom there. It doesn't look like Onyx were completely on the same page of fighting alongside Kirk. As Super Friends was able to get the burst off there onto Sanji, so Kirk decided to commit the Infernal Pursuit, jump on him, but Liquid were ready to respond, while Onyx were not ready to fight. So as we look at the items, revisiting the 2 gold laners, massive, getting close now to 2,000 is the gold lead of 𝗟𝗏𝗏, hovering around that. Feather of Heaven and just a Starlium. Well, 𝗟𝗏𝗏's already on the way to potentially a Malefic Gun.
Yeah, that's the complete power spike for the Bruno right now. And as you remember, the moment that Bruno gets that malefic gun, it's gonna be a lot of pain here. But it's that TLPA, but nice done. Coming in from 𝗧𝗘𝗔𝗠.
Okay. Ooh. My
Didn't
goodness.
even burn the flicker.
Yeah.
By the way, he had the flicker.
He just trusted in his ability to sidestep his way through, even with the wings by wings already committed by Super Prince in an attempt to actually take him down in this game. But currently, Onyx are in control of the Lord Pit.
Good control over the Lord Pit. Half HP on this board. It seems that TLPH will be conceding this board out. And that's going to be a board secured by 𝗟𝗚𝗏. And as they go in for the fight, they fight Carl!
They change targets. They're looking for Carl. Veteran airstrike lands and then Darkwave makes it right in time to allow for the veteran airstrikes to connect. And Pinkall picks up the kill on 𝗚𝗏. They take 4 members down. He finds a triple. It's only 40 left alone.
And it's the Apex Predator turned into Prey. And that's going to be a wipeout for Onyx Philippines. 4-man Darkwave from Perk.
𝗏𝗏 with the knockup as well, and this could be it.
They won't even wait for the Lord to join anymore. 𝗚𝗏 and 𝗏𝗚𝗏𝗧 get to respond. The Mountain Shocker makes it just in time, and they buy enough time for now.
The death timers were a bit too short there. That would have been a win for Onyx Philippines, but TLPH, saved by the bell, allowed them to defend once again. But JP might just be in trouble. Half HP here. King Kong finds him, but King Kong looks for Carl. Veteran airstrike lands on one, and they're going to be able to escape that entire fight as they try to melt down the Lord down bottom lane.
Yoshi used just to get away, but that was able to distract Onyx Philippines well enough, so they were able to work on the Lord that was able to get into the base down bottom. They will be losing all their holy shields too, however. Can't believe it's just been 11 minutes in this game, and Onyx with an 8k gold lead. They definitely might have an opening here.
All 5 members of Onyx are on point right now. They are fulfilling their responsibilities with every sequence perfectly. Super Prince with his zone out and applying the artillery damage. Kurt being another frontliner alongside 𝗏𝗏 helping him, and both of them helping each other set things up. We'll just wait for King Kong to dash around and damage. 𝗟𝗚𝗏 staying alive. Slow, fundamental. A precise execution by Onyx is putting Team Liquid Philippines apart.
Now they're able to take down the top lane base turret as well. JP going in, but just jumping away with the AOG. Onyx knows that he no longer has his ultimate, but TLPH are still holding on to this mid lane base turret. They're not letting go of it. They're trying to defend it as much as they can. And Onyx Philippines will now retreat.
They respected it. They knew that TLPH had enough damage to defend that mid lane, but looks like they're gonna play it safe for the upcoming board of the game. That will be the second Lord, and it seems that because of that extremely long Lord push, we're just gonna have to wait for 20 seconds.
Yeah, Malefic Gun and Windtalker already for 𝗟𝗚𝗏. So look at that. It's almost a crit hit. So Sandberg decides to build up the blade armor. And I think that should be another one as well. So 2 blade armors in succession, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to have to double check. Yeah, no, it's just the one on Sanford. So no way in hell Team Liquid Philippines would want to contest this floor, because if they mess up the contention, they lose the game. So you see them just playing back, and they will wait for the defense. This is going to be an incredibly tough defense, though, as Onyx are stacked up. They have the items, they have everything they need to win in the next Lord Siege.
Lightning Truncheon as well, picked up here by Super Prince, which means that you can't be the first target of that feathered airstrike, or else you might just drop half on your HP. So a lot of positioning advantage here for the side of Onyx Philippines, and meanwhile for TLPH, as you said, Brenmar, it's going to be a really hard defense here for the Cavalry. The last time that these boys met, it was a massive win for Onyx Philippines, and even if it was a sweep back then, and this is a Game 3, Onyx Philippines is looking for the same result. They want to maintain that number 2 spot in our infinite standings.
Yep. All members complete, but the first target will be this base turret. They go and back off for now because there are bigger problems to deal with, and that will first mainly be the Lord, but Onyx will not wait. They immediately take out 𝗚𝗏. First, it is a double kill for 𝗟𝗚𝗏. 𝗟𝗏𝗏 trying to deal with King Kong, but there's not much he can do. 𝗟𝗏𝗏